How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to see some of the scariest videos this week, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this. At around 12:30 AM on May 17, 2025, Instagram user Savvy, known by the username ByName0W, and her boyfriend are driving home from a concert in Santa Cruz. The route takes them along California's Highway 17, a twisting downhill stretch of road with a deadly reputation that's earned it the nickname Killer 17. The dashcam rolls as they weave through the dark curves, when suddenly, something appears right beside their car. A figure, close enough to almost brush the side of the vehicle, is caught in the headlights for just a moment before they speed past. But here's the strange part. Moments later, the rear-facing dashcam shows nothing in the road. No movement, no person, nothing, exactly where the figure should be. Savvy says the encounter shook her to her core. She keeps replaying the footage, trying to work out why anyone would be standing on this stretch of road in the middle of the night, or how they could vanish without a trace. Given the road's long history of fatal crashes, some believe the couple may have captured one of its restless spirits on camera. Others think it's just a case of bad timing and an optical illusion. Whatever it was, it's another eerie mystery added to the legend of Killer 17. TikTok user MyOurNarrative8576 is up late one night when something strange starts happening in the kitchen. The drawer and cupboard door begin to open and close, seemingly all on their own. The clip quickly goes viral, with some calling it a classic case of poltergeist activity. Others are convinced there's a simple explanation, maybe a child hiding inside and pushing the doors. In a follow-up video, the uploader walks viewers through the setup.
So, I'm gonna show you the cabinet in the drawer and where the fan was.
She says her kids were asleep, her husband was at work, and there are no pets in the home.
My kids were in bed. My husband was at work. We do not have any animals. We don't have a cat, dog, fish, gopher, nothing, right?
A nearby fan blows across the top of the cabinets, but she demonstrates there's no airflow reaching the drawer or cupboard.
Cannot feel the airflow down here. Okay, our vents for our house are not in the floor. They're in the ceiling, okay? So, if you come right here, you open the drawer. So you have to open it. You really have to push to close it.
She shows how much force it takes to close the heavy drawer and explains that the cupboard is packed with pots and pans. No room for anyone to hide without making noise. Even when she tries to replicate the movement, the doors won't close on their own unless positioned at a very specific angle.
Right. So this door, we've got it open. Let's see. From there, it will shut on its own. So it was doing this. Now this is a pretty heavy door. You have to really pull it.
Despite the demonstration, the mystery remains. Was it a trick of the house or something else entirely moving those doors in the dead of night?
My name is Boyd Bushman.
On August 7th, 2014, Boyd Bushman, a senior aerospace engineer with more than 40 years in the defense industry, died at the age of 78. In the weeks leading up to his death, he sat for an interview that would become one of the most talked about deathbed confessions in UFO history.
case of mistake.
Bushman's credentials are verifiable. He worked for Hughes Aircraft, General Dynamics, Texas Instruments, and Lockheed Martin in Fort Worth, Texas. Over his career, he held 26 patents, some still classified, covering missile systems, laser-guided bombs, imaging technologies, and advanced magnetic devices. He claimed to have maintained a top-secret clearance. In an interview uploaded to YouTube in October 2014, Bushman calmly outlined a series of extraordinary claims about UFOs, extraterrestrials, and covert projects at Area 51's S4 complex.
They had one or two of them around that were 230 years old.
He said he had been directly involved in reverse engineering alien technology for the US military, including blueprinting energy systems from a 38-foot saucer-shaped craft allegedly recovered in 1947 and stored at Area 51 before being moved to Utah.
Of how to go to Area 51 and store their craft.
Bushman also described anti-gravity systems demonstrating materials he said came from extraterrestrial sources. According to him, the craft's construction included germanium, palladium, and a third unidentified anti-gravity element. In one segment, he displayed close-up UFO photos taken with his own camera.
Here's another picture. In this case, the UFO is not turned on, ready to fly. Therefore, it only shows on the upper part of it. And generally, it's white on the underside when power is applied.
Claiming the objects contained 3 elements, Sally Ride, germanium, and an unnamed third, and used anti-gravity to land vertically through concealed mountain shafts at Area 51.
The UFO is contained. One is telluride, the other is germanium, the other is palladium. I did not say a metal once. And not only that, but the things pick up and fly using anti-gravity. And not only that, they can go to a vertical hole in a mountain over 51 and go down a shaft. They don't have wheels. They don't have anything like that.
He alleged that these materials could alter weight when placed under a quartz crystal on a scale, and that a single piece produced a steady 249 volts on a voltmeter. One sample, he claimed, powered heavy lab equipment for 6 months.
The team took a piece of UFO and connected it up like this and was able to have a complete laboratory operate for 6 months with heavy equipment.
Bushman's alien descriptions were equally specific. He said at least 18 beings lived and worked at Area 51, standing between 4.5 and 5 feet tall, with frog-like joined thumbs, 5 webbed toes, 3 backbones with cartilage, and a central crease in the skull. They communicated telepathically, making you hear their responses in your own voice. Some, he claimed, were over 230 years old and came from a planet called Quintonia or Quintumnia, 68 light-years away, a trip of just 45 minutes.
Their home planet is Quintonia, which is 68 light years from us. They, to my surprise, when I asked them how fast they take to get from that, it should be 68,000 years to make it according to Einstein. But they're able to make it to us in 45 years.
He showed photos he said came from these beings, including images of our solar system from space and an alien craft's heads-up display. He also recounted a 1947 incident in which a Navy test pilot claimed permission to shoot down a UFO over New Mexico.
Do I have authority to shoot it down? The commander said fine. He granted him authority. He pulled in, he shot him down. It came down. He flew past and saw that there was a road on the one side of a fence area. He came down and landed his airplane. Hard to do, but he did.
The pilot allegedly landed near the crash site, entered the craft, saw through its walls, and found 3 dead beings inside before leaving ahead of recovery teams. Bushman said Area 51 contacts later confirmed the story as true.
The door was open. He looked at the three that were there, and they were dead. He knew they were.
Bushman linked these claims to other alleged evidence, such as the Tucson UFO photograph discovery. A photographer taking Valentine's Day sunset shots over the Santa Catalina Mountains reportedly noticed strange lights in the sky. A second image taken seconds later showed them in a different formation, a change the photographer could not explain and that hadn't appeared in any other frames.
I still have no explanation for the camera or for the pictures. These images, these lights have not shown up in any other photos that I've taken.
Bushman also made darker allegations that 39 Americans had died during alien craft testing, including 19 in a single event when a defense system activated. He said he had passed a polygraph in December 2007 affirming that he had worked at Area 51, interacted with alien life, and personally photographed them. He accused security personnel of spending over $100,000 to discredit him, paying off media figures and threatening him with death for speaking out. Skepticism followed immediately. One alien photo he presented matched a mass-produced alien doll once sold in department stores. At least one UFO image corresponded to known science fiction artwork or outdated CGI renders. Analysts at metabunk.org cited lighting and reflection inconsistencies suggesting fabrication. Some critics speculated that Bushman, known to entertain fringe beliefs, may have been hoaxed by colleagues or UFO promoters, or that age-related cognitive decline influenced his testimony.
And we have one trial.
Further doubt emerged when researchers noted that he referred to the Phoenix Lights, 1997, as having occurred about 2 years ago, suggesting the interview may have been recorded around 1999, not immediately before his death in 2014.
There are those that are acquainted with the fact that there were Phoenix lights that occurred over Phoenix about 2 years ago. They were photographed, and those really turned out to be just blobs across the Phoenix sky.
While the CIA officially acknowledged Area 51's existence in 2013, confirming its role in experimental aircraft testing, it has maintained there is no evidence of extraterrestrials or alien technology there. Yet Boyd Bushman's final interview, blending verifiable career achievements with disputed and sometimes debunked claims, remains one of the most detailed and polarizing testimonies in the long, secretive history of Area 51.
And that's the power center of palladium in the middle of the craft.
I'm so scared.
During a live Twitch stream, content creator FanFan gives her viewers a scare when an ordinary restroom break takes a bizarre turn. While chatting with her audience from inside a public bathroom, FanFan notices something strange happening in the next stall. Curious, she peeks over the divider and freezes.
It's a fake person! It's a wax person! It's a wax person with pee noises playing!
Sitting on the toilet in the stall beside her isn't a person at all, but a wax mannequin.
Wax lady!
FanFan screams, shouting to her viewers that it's a fake person clearly unnerved by the strange discovery.
It's a fake person! It's a wax person! It's a wax person with pee noises playing!
No one knows who placed the mannequin there or why, but the unsettling moment instantly cranked her live stream from casual chat to creepy viral clip.
And this whole time, I was like, what the f***? It's a wax lady! Wax lady!
When you say interdimensional beings, that they know that these are interdimensional beings, how do they know that?
A recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience takes a wild turn when US Representative Anna Paulina makes a jaw-dropping claim about extraterrestrial, or perhaps even stranger, life.
And what I can tell you without getting into classified conversations is that there have been incidences that I believe where very credible people have reported that there have been movement outside of time and space.
Speaking to Rogan, Paulina says the US government has confirmed the existence of interdimensional beings, entities she claims can move in and out of our time and space and use energy technology far beyond human comprehension.
Some of the tech that exists that whatever these things have, these energy things have.
Energy things? What do you mean?
Well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have.
She says credible witnesses have reported seeing events that suggest movement outside of time and space. While she hasn't personally witnessed a portal or craft in action, she insists she's seen photo documentation of aircraft she believes were not made by humans.
Yeah, look, have I seen a portal open? No. Have I seen a spaceship? Personally, no. Have I seen evidence of this? Yes. Have I seen photo documentation of aircraft that I believe were not made by mankind? Yes.
According to Paulina, some of these encounters are recorded in historical texts that predate the time of Jesus Christ. She believes portions of the Bible that might shed light on these events were removed, and that parts of the technology have since been reverse engineered by contractors working with the government.
Is there historical significance to this? Yes. Is there multiple events that go back to, I would argue, maybe even before the time of Christ that have documented this in text? Yes.
She warns this level of secrecy is dangerous. Paulina recounts being denied access alongside 2 other members of Congress to special access program information at Eglin Air Force Base despite her oversight role.
I, with 2 other members of Congress, were denied access to information at Eglin Air Force Base pertaining to whistleblowers.
If her claims are accurate, it suggests a hidden reality where non-human intelligences have been interacting with Earth for millennia, and where powerful technologies remain locked away far from public scrutiny.
Some of the tech that exists, that whatever these things have, these energy things have.
Energy things? What do you mean?
Well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have.
TikTok user Mojima888 has shared a strange clip from a restaurant somewhere in China that left viewers baffled. One commenter joked, "Economy is so bad, even ghosts have to work for a living." But some sharp-eyed viewers think they've cracked the mystery, pointing out what looks like a crank mechanism just behind the wok, possibly part of an automated cooking system that keeps the pan moving. Whether it's ghostly help in the kitchen or just clever machinery, it's still one odd clip that's cooking up plenty of chatter online. Before we take a look at some crazy Beyonce footage, remember to wiggle that like button, caress the subscribe knob, and whisper sweet nothings in the comments below. And remember, freshly slapped ham is exactly 67% more tasty than regular store-bought meats.
So I'm sure everyone has heard and seen the video.
A short behind-the-scenes clip from a Beyonce music video shoot is once again fanning the flames of some of the wildest celebrity conspiracy theories on the internet.
I can actually see it happen twice, right here and right here.
In the footage, Beyonce moves through a take as normal, but when slowed down, certain frames appear to show her face changing shape, almost morphing into something demonic.
I'm gonna slow it down. Here we go. Right there. And there. Let me know what you think.
The eerie effect has sparked a wave of speculation across social media, with conspiracy forums digging back into years of accusations, secret society rumors, and supposed hidden truths about the singer.
I can actually see it happen twice, right here and right here.
For more than a decade, Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z have been painted by online theorists as the king and queen of the Illuminati, a shadowy elite said to control global events. Theories cite Jay-Z's diamond-shaped Rock Nation hand sign, pyramids, and horned figures in Beyonce's stage design, and alleged occult symbols in her music videos. Her 2013 Super Bowl halftime show, her Renaissance album, and even Jay-Z's lyrics have all been picked apart for supposed references to a new world order. Others lean into darker claims. During her NFL Christmas Game Day halftime performance in 2024, critics claimed she wore a medallion resembling devil horns and made satanic hand gestures. Some insist her Renaissance tour was a full-blown ritual to summon demons and control her fans. There are also more bizarre personal theories. One says the real Beyonce vanished after her Sasha Fierce era. replaced by a robotic double whose emotionless stare has been caught on camera at events, including a viral clip of her zoning out courtside at an NBA game with Jay-Z. In 2018, her former drummer even sought a restraining order accusing her of witchcraft, dark magic, and financial control. Family-related rumors are just as extreme, from claims she faked her first pregnancy with Blue Ivy and used a surrogate, to theories that Blue Ivy's name is an Illuminati acronym. Commenters claim that Blue Ivy's name is actually an Illuminati code. In this interpretation, Blue is said to stand for born living under evil, while Ivy is either Illuminati's very youngest or Illuminati's victorious youth. Conspiracy theorists argue that the name is a symbolic declaration of the child's place within a secret elite hierarchy, presented in plain sight as a kind of hidden message to those in the know. Others allege Beyonce is actually the mother of her sister Solange, or even that she and her daughter are transgender. One theory insists she is secretly the mother of a member of Fifth Harmony, while another claims the infamous 2014 elevator fight between Solange and Jay-Z was staged to distract from darker truths.
The video shows Solange, a vocal star and fashionista in her own right, punching, hitting, kicking and clawing at the famed rapper, before eventually being pulled off by a bodyguard.
The accusations have grown darker still, supposed involvement in Aaliyah's death, controlling other artists out of fear, and even attending inappropriate parties with underage guests, all claims without hard evidence, yet recycled endlessly online. For celebrity conspiracy watchers, the new demonic clip is just more fuel for an already blazing fire. Whether it's evidence of camera distortion, intentional artistic choices, or something more sinister depends on who you ask. What's clear is that Beyonce's tightly controlled public image, global influence, and history of headline-making performances have made her one of the internet's favorite canvases for shadowy speculation.
I'm in the middle of her video, and honestly, I can see it. I can actually see it happen twice, right here and right here.
Now, if you want to watch some more scary ghost videos, there's links right there that'll keep you entertained. Remember to follow all our other YouTube channels as well. We've got Slapped Ham Mysteries and Slapped Ham Shorts. Links to those channels are in the description box down below there. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.